What's good, everybody? It's your man DL saying, man, how y'all feeling out there? Yo, let's talk about the Netflix series Adolescents. There's been a lot of talk about this series. I did get an opportunity to watch it maybe a couple weeks ago. I was able to finish it up, watched all the episodes. I think it was 4 episodes. It wasn't that long. So let's have this conversation. First of all, this TV series had nothing really to do with the manosphere, in my opinion, although that's how it's been marketed, right? It's been very marketed. That's not even, I said that wrong, but the marketing campaign on this thing was the negative effects that the manosphere is having on little kids, and it implies that all of the violence that is out there that these young boys are doing is because of the manosphere. So, people like Rollo Tomasi and Michael Certain watched it right away. I think they definitely has, their take on it. I haven't watched their reactions yet. I've seen a little bit of it here and there. I'm pretty sure that Rich Cooper also has something to say about it. So here's my take, guys. You guys know I rock in the manosphere, the mano swamp, whatever you want to call it. I talk to the guys who make up that world, and the dudes in the manosphere, man, they are different. Every guy in the manosphere, bro, is different. Just like no two snowflakes are the same. They look different if you look at them. Every dude in the manosphere is different, right? They're there for different reasons. They're looking for answers. It is what it is. So I watched the series Adolescents, and I mean it wasn't bad. I mean, for what it was, it told a good story, and it centers around this teenage boy who was arrested and accused of this horrible crime, and the series focuses on how this crime affected the community, in particular the family and the law enforcement people who had to deal with the situation. So there's a lot of people, like when you watch it, there's a lot of talk about the manosphere, a lot of talk about Andrew Tate, in the run-up, the media run-up on this series. When I watched the series, man, it really had nothing to do with the manosphere. It had nothing to do with the red pill message, in my opinion. There was, in fact, I don't know how they shot this thing, but I'm looking at it, and it seems to me that, how can I put this? Let me put it this way. I would not be surprised to learn that there were reshoots so they can add in the few lines that they had about Andrew Tate and the manosphere. I mean, honestly, I can see that they did this thing. It was like, hey, you know what? Let's go back and shoot a couple more scenes, and we're gonna change the dialogue, and we're gonna add Andrew Tate to this, and we're gonna do whatever. I can see that happening, bro. I would love to see the original script on this thing, because it has nothing really to do with the manosphere or the red pill message. But it does talk about teenage violence and dealing with your hormones. And really, to me, this series is basically highlighting the dark side of social media. That's what I took away. When I watched this thing, it wasn't so much about the red pill, manosphere, and all that kind of stuff. It was more about the negative effects of social media on young kids. That's what I was seeing. Now, people say, oh man, you biased because, you rock in that world. But okay, that might be true. But watching this TV show, I didn't see what these other folks are seeing. And then when there's some content creators out there who are, doing their reactions. There's a content creator out there, female, Afro Deja, I can't remember her name, but she was talking about it, and listening to her talk about Adolescents, the series, And watching the way she edited her reaction, it just had me thinking like, yo, did we watch a different series? Like I don't I was like, what? I didn't see this. And of course she was using, she was splicing in stuff about Andrew Tate, and she was splicing in the most negative things she can find on the manosphere and those people, like the bigger names in the manosphere. And I'm talking about Myron Gaines from Fresh and Fit, of course, Andrew Tate, which are the only ones that she really used. The manosphere is a very large space, and there are a lot of voices, and there are a lot of guys who are putting out different types of information, right? The pickup artistry dudes, they're part of the manosphere. The MGTOW guys, like Men Going Their Own Way, they're part of the manosphere. They call it the black pill guys. The guys are like the doom and gloomers, like it doesn't matter. You don't go talk to women unless you're 6 feet or taller, and you have a jawline a certain way, and you have to have, those guys are in the manosphere. Like, it's so many messages in that space. And it's just funny to me that they want to harp on, the bad stuff, which, okay, I get it. And trust me, there are some bad messaging coming out of that space for sure. But what they're trying to do, what this particular content creator tried to do, and I'm going to reach out to this content creator and see if I can't have a conversation with her. Maybe we can even shoot some content. Because she spliced her reaction in such a way that you would watch her content and you would think that the manosphere encourages men to be violent against women. You would think, by watching what she put out there, you would think that the manosphere is telling these young guys to go out here and use violence against women, which I haven't heard that. In fact, if you talk to anyone, especially like the talking heads, the people who get the most views and have the biggest platforms in the manosphere, they all say the same thing: don't hit women. All of them. They all look down on guys who hit women. So I don't know where this particular content creator got her information from, but I would love to sit down and talk to her and say, hey, I can show you, hundreds and hundreds of hours of these content creators, the ones you named, that will tell you not to hit women. They will tell you, in fact, you need to protect women. They will tell you you need to be the best version of yourself. You need to be in the gym. You need to be a provider. You need to be a protector, and all this other kind of stuff. Now, they also throwing that stuff about, she's my property. Nah, I don't rock with that. And women shouldn't be allowed to vote. Nah, I don't rock with that. And stuff like that. Like, women should have no rights. Nah, I don't rock with any of that. But I do rock with the other stuff. So, and the positive information, like, be the best version of yourself. I do believe that women, when they mate select, they want the best that they can possibly get. They want the best dude. So if you're out here, you're a young man, you need to be the best dude. Another thing they tell you, right, and this is something that I talk about on my platform, you're gonna hear no a lot. Get used to it. You're gonna hear no. I mean, it's hard. Men gotta go out. If you want to talk to a woman, you gotta go approach her. You gotta do all this other kind of stuff. That's just how the game is. So be prepared to hear no. Right? So getting back to Adolescents, the series, it wasn't about any of that. Adolescence was about a troubled young guy, this young boy who was troubled, had a crush on some girl, and it was about how social media played a hand in what this young man decided to do. That's it. That's what I saw there. And again, I'm looking at this as like, yeah, social media is bad. And I'm thinking, where are the parents? You know what I mean? Like, where's mom and dad? Like, and even if you're the best parent on the planet, right? Even if you're the best parent on the planet, your kid could go astray. Simple as that. Simple as that, man. You can be the best parent. You can do everything right. Look at the kid in Texas. Shoot, I can't think of his name right now, but everyone's talking about the kid that shanked the other boy, the black kid who shanked the white boy over where he was sitting in the stands at a track meet. That kid allegedly comes from, got both parents in the house. I think his mom and maybe a stepdad, but he got 2 adults in the house. Come from an affluent family. Definitely should have known better, right? So, yeah, Carmelo. I think his name is Carmelo something. Is it Carmelo? Is it Anthony? But I think his first name is Carmelo. That kid didn't come from the hood. He wasn't in the projects. He wasn't some kid that had a long rap sheet and been in and out of juvenile, no parents, not in gangs, none of that. So even if you're the best parent on the planet, your kid can still go astray. So, but you know, I think that it's good that people are having this conversation and people are, you know, the word is getting out that men do suffer. It is hard being a man. It is hard being a young man. And men need to teach these young dudes how to handle it, right? That's the thing. And, you know, like, it takes a man to raise a man, to teach a man these things. Women can't do it. Just like I'm a single dad, but I can't teach my daughter how to be a feminine young lady. Her mom has to teach her that. I can teach you what to look for. I tell my daughter all the time, don't fight no man. Don't put yourself in a position where you could be compromised. Think about what you're doing. I can say those things. But if my son was out there, I could tell my son exactly how to be a man. What that means and what you got to do. So yeah, that's just my take, man. Adolescents, the series on Netflix, is definitely worth watching. You know, it's worth watching, but it has nothing to do with the manosphere or the red pill message. In my opinion. I think that the whole red pill Andrew Tate thing was used as a marketing ploy to get people to watch it. That's what I think personally. I honestly believe that they probably went back and inserted some stuff into the scripts, or it went back and actually shot some dialogue just so they can drag the red pill into it. And why wouldn't you? You know, Andrew Tate is very polarizing, and why wouldn't you do it? You know what I mean? I think that was a really good marketing ploy, but that series to me doesn't really delve into the red pill message. It doesn't really give you a glimpse into that world, you know, into the manosphere, and what these guys are looking for and stuff like that, and why they're looking for it, which is more important. So I don't know, check it out. Let me know what y'all think. Put them in the comments below, and yeah, I look forward to reading them. So I gotta go. As you can see, I'm out here driving, doing my thing. So I got to pay attention. Traffic is getting crazy, and you guys can't see behind my glasses, but my eyes are all over the place, man, because these people in here in Central Florida can't drive, right? So I'm going to talk to y'all later, man. I'm DL Saint. Peace.